Good morning, Turtle Club. I hope everybody's having a great start to their week. I having a pretty good day today, I gotta say. I've only been up for a little bit, as many of you have heard. I and Digrat have been house hunting, and yesterday was my birthday. Thank you, Turtle Club, for all the well wishes in the Discord. I'll actually be posting in there a little bit. Thank you as well. I just woke up, ate breakfast, and that was on my list of things to do, but the other thing to do was to run the Switch through some tests. We have it repaired. Parts for repairing a fan on a Switch, in case you're curious, guys. Fans run about $40, depending upon where you get them from. And you also need a thermal paste of a certain quality. You can get by with a few different pastes, but since it is like, I don't want to say the lifeblood of the channel, but it's very important for us to have not just a working Nintendo Switch, but this working Nintendo Switch, due to the fact that not every game has cloud save capabilities. So we did not go with the cheap option. The inner frugal part of me, I'm a very frugal guy. A lot of you have picked up on that in the years, that if I can get a game today for 60, or I can get a game for 40 in a few months, I will typically be picking that game up in a few months. But certain things you don't get frugal on, and that's repairs. If it's a product that you expect to do a lot of work for you, that has a mechanical component that is a moving part, I believe that's something that you don't want to be frugal on. And tools. I believe when you're buying tools, unless you absolutely have no other option to you than to just, maybe you're in a spot where, you can't really buy a top-end tool, or a mid-tier tool for that matter. And so you have to buy a cheap tool, right? Then that makes sense, However, so we want to go. Wait, whoa. Cutscenes. We weren't expecting no cutscenes. Let's get there though. What's wrong? What's wrong, dude? Yeah. Quick flight, but it hasn't. All right. Colorful island in the southwestern sky. Well, you know what? I thought we would be able to see that island, but we're gonna have to just run for it. We have had our first shiny object on stream, guys. All right, so let's take a look here. First off. Oh, we have, whoa, look at all these. Look at all these. Okay. So we're doing some gold farming today. Rupee farming, wealth farming, depending upon the game, the terminology will differ. But we've been told by the person who's predicting our future that we need a lot of things that we currently don't own. We need to have our upgraded shield, which we got, but we need to have multiple bomb bag upgrades, because bombs will be difficult to find, they say. And it probably wouldn't hurt for us to make sure that we have some potions and what have you. So, are we facing the right way? We are kind of facing the right way. So we're going to head to this little island. But first, there's some interesting stuff over here, just from the look of things. Oh, octos. Okay. And enemy birds? Is that what I was seeing, was enemy birds? That's kind of neat. Wasn't expecting to encounter the enemy here. Alright. So I always like when there's like a learning curve that's just sort of baked into a game, and it's natural. You know, that was kind of a natural curve there. Alright, so clearly the broad wing of the girl. Oh, clearly the girl, okay. Bird medicine, alright. Of course. Where's the bird medicine at? Okay. But, more importantly, we have some grass here to cut. Everything looks good? Alrighty. So there's no, like, time constraint on how fast we need to save this bird? So because of that, we're going to kind of explore these other little areas we have here. Maybe we'll find a minigame that we're not as bad at as we are as Bomb Digger. Or maybe we will. This looks very gambling-like. Oh, this is... what? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fun Island. Fun in colors. Alright. Meanwhile, this gentleman appears to... well, this might be where a cube has to come to. Alright. This clearly looks like a roulette wheel of some sort. Huh. I'm beginning to very much be saddened by the minigames in this version of Zelda so far. If that's true, because I have no problem with minigames that have a level of skill or sensibility to them. But if it's just straight up gambling, it creates problems. Ooh. Hey. Well, that's good. We got a seed satchel. So... huh. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Spider Link, getting over here to see what I think. Oh, it's turned off. Alright. So, interesting. Clearly that's for a hook shot. Hey, Incendio, good morning, man. How's it going? So, my buddy was able to get the Switch repaired, and it didn't cost too much for parts. And for... oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. So there's another spot you can hookshot out of. Because I was, like, really concerned about that. But yeah, it was the weirdest thing, because we brought it up to speed. Because he wanted to see what the issue was, since he does do a lot of work like that. And we weren't able to get the sound to happen again, but we just replaced the fan anyways, because it's really the only moving part in it. And like the seal thing on it, apparently that just goes bad over time inside the Switch also, because it looked kind of bad, so we replaced that too. But man, there's a lot of There is... Oh, wait. Can we go... That looks like something worth kind of going and taking a look at. There's a lot of work that goes into replacing that. It's like layers upon layers. Like, I looked at the video for how to fix it. Yeah, they did. They did. I mean, everybody talks about how powerful the Switch is. And when they compare it to other consoles, right, it's like, it's not really all that powerful at all. But when you really see inside it and see what they've basically stuffed in there, you realize how they did a whole lot with very little space. Which is one of the things I'm kind of curious about, whether or not Steam is going to do as good of a job with their handheld. I mean, that's really, in my opinion, what that's going to come down to. Alright, and... Oh, we missed it. Well, I'm not seeing the bird anymore, so it's... Are we still facing the right direction? We are. But yeah, there is a whole awful lot inside the Switch, and if you don't know how to pull it, and you don't have the proper tools and the patience for it, my goodness, the patience to do that, you can do a lot of damage inside that thing. Alright. This is not going good. I am not good at being on the back of any kind of animal to start with, and aerial combat on the back. It's not really looking to be my forte anytime soon. Wait. Who is that? That looked like an enemy of some sort. Yeah, that's been my finding with Steam from a hardware standpoint, but I will say this. Depending upon who's really doing the hardware, right? So, the first computer that the Turtle Club had streams done with was one of those alpha Steam boxes. That's when I knew that I wanted to no longer buy hardware from Steam that was first generation hardware. To put it politely and nicely. Okay, so here... Whoa, that's like no marking on it. Wait. Are these getting marked because we've discovered these places? Oh, hold up. If that's the case, then I might have to, like... Alright. But yeah, so I did one of the... I mean, it was... So those of you that are old like me and have been gaming for almost ever like me, Steam did a operating system called SteamOS, and it was going to be the giant console killer to help the Steam store out, and it was their answer to things like the Xbox and the PlayStation 4. And oh, Pumpkin Landing has a box, okay. And so they built this. It looked like a console almost. And it was a computer with good video card, good RAM, from just a bare bones numeric perspective. Oh, okay. So we need to run off, fly, and then come back again. Turned out wonderful for them. Yeah, it kind of turned out good for them. It kind of didn't. But Alienware was the company that they tapped to do the box. And I actually bought one before, and SteamOS got pushed back. heavily pushed back. To where, oh my goodness, hey, on a rupee farming stream where we're trying to get our stuff for our gear, I will take a 300 rupee gem out of nowhere. Oh my goodness, that's better than we could have hoped for while just hitting these up. We need to save. We have a place to save here, so let's go ahead and do that. But hey, Sally, good morning. Thank you for being part of the Lurk Squad today. Alright, let's move our little chip there so we know where we're going. So the box did do exactly as advertised, though. It absolutely played games. It loaded Steam. It did not have Steam OS on it yet, though, because they got pushed back. But all these hardware makers were holding on to all of this expensive computer stuff, and they had no way to really sell it. So they had, you know, because they were waiting for the OS, and finally Steam said, "Yeah, just go ahead and sell them, make your money." And so I bought one, and it worked really good. Mostly, it had a custom NVIDIA chipset. It had a custom RAM delivery because they put a lot into the box. The hard drive was a standard hard drive, but all the ribbon cables were made really weird to get everything to fit there. Ooh, hello. I like blowing things up. I will not lie about that. Okay, so good news, bad news. Good news is we found a hidden spot. Bad news is we can't do anything with it. Well, I do miss the climbing from Breath of the Wild. But yeah, so I still have that box. It's called the Alienware Alpha. And it's an i3 processor with like 16 gigs of RAM or something like that, and it's got the weirdest NVIDIA card that like no game recognizes half the time. And it actually will play a lot of the games that we play on PC. It's not complete and utter shovel hardware. But it definitely does make you wonder sometimes. Alright, so this was marked on our map, right? I mean, I'm where we put the... so there is a accessible chest here. Well, let me rephrase that. There is an active chest here. I don't know if I would necessarily know for certain it's accessible. Just that we hit the goddess cube down below that puts it up here. Whoa, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Do what? Okay. Oh, wow. We went from being like, oh, storage space isn't a problem to, wait a second, storage problem. Huh. Alright, so that and these and those. Wow. So much more to collect in this game. Oh. Oh, I panicked there. I did not tell him to drop down. I just kind of walked off. And Link does exactly what you tell him to do. But yeah, so the Alienware Alpha, definitely not the best supported hardware. And eventually, a lot of developers made much, much better things. And I have to say that that is ultimately when we look at the Steam Deck, right? I I I believe that's going to be the better thing that comes across from that wonderful little piece of hardware. Isn't so much it itself, but more so other companies going, okay, the door's already opened. We see where the demand for these are. Now let's spend the R&D money to make our own. And I really think that's going to be where they'll make a lot of money. Is not where Steam will make money off the hardware, but Steam will make money off of people developing for other hardware and making games for other handhelds. Because there is a whole pile of companies that can make games on something similar to the Switch and not have to pay the Switch tax. Which, unfortunately, just bums me out a bit. A little bit. I mean, there are some great titles on the Switch from third-party companies. And those third-party companies, they had an idea for a game that would work really well on the Switch hardware. And so they developed for the Switch. Oh, wait a second. Whoa, whoa, come on, Broadway. Hold up. Did we just see something that we missed? Let's review. Let's come back here. There is something we missed. Oh, there's a lot of something we missed. Huh. So there's a place to get some water, apparently. And go underneath and dive and find stuff. But if those companies, you know, they're expected to pay the Switch tax, you know, especially if they want to do a physical release. Nintendo gets their money for those blank cartridges, which is understandable. It's a proprietary technology that they're letting everybody who wants to develop for. The seal of Nintendo quality is no longer a thing. But I feel if other companies need to choose between paying the Nintendo tax or simply releasing on Steam, they'll release on Steam and they won't think twice. Like, think about Yonder. I think that's a really good candidate for this topic here. Yonder was a great game. We loved playing Yonder. We loved chilling out and playing it. The game was just right what we needed at the time that we were playing it. Nice, just laid back, story-driven, casual game that didn't cause heart palpitations. It wasn't Twitch gameplay. There was no combat. Really accessible game. Loved Yonder. There's no chance, in my opinion, that we would have seen Yonder. This looks pretty cool, actually. I don't think we would have seen Yonder on the Switch if the Steam Deck already existed. Peter? Who are you, Peter? Oh, that's cool. Steam or Valve. I've had good experiences with the software platform for Steam. I do enjoy Valve games, but hardware, hardware is iffy. Sure, I'll chop some bamboo. Sure, we'll do that. An evil crit. What? Okay. That's kind of cool looking. 28 chops. Yeah, I'll chop it up. I'm in. I think this is way better than motion controls for this minigame. Okay, so I think I need to... Alright, that's a problem. Should have had... you know, we thought about it. It's got these really cool Joy-Con skins that Shadow got me. And I think what I'm going to do is just buy a new set of Joy-Cons. Because I don't want to actually ruin the skin on them. Wait. The sword can get longer? Yeah, when I first talked to him, he's like, you need your Joy-Con drift sticks, don't you? And I'm like, no, no, no. Still 25. All right. Okay. So 25 gets a surprise. I don't know what evil crystal's used for, but I feel like this is not a bad way to get it. Wow. Okay. So it looks like it's... So it's looking like very much like a balance game. Oh, that wasn't... Ah, I didn't even think about that. I was like, alright, I'll just spin attack, spin attack, spin... But, yeah, that's not good. Alright, alright. Haha. Yeah. Yeah, children and are pretty rough on him. Okay, so I gotta be. So left, right, left, right. I think that's what I need to do. 4 sets plus your Skyward Sword, no switch. That's funny, man. That's funny, Incendio. We have 3 sets in the house. What's really funny about mine, and you know, I would have thought people being rough on the Joy-Con makes it that. I've not played on my... Alright, so right, left, right, left. Okay. So I need to... Alright. So let's just see if we can disconnect the Joy-Cons real quick. This is gonna be really weird. Yeah, yeah. It's really strange because I hardly ever use mine at all, and like at all. Like the first time I got my Switch was when I went to jury duty back in 2017, and thought, man, this thing's so great. I need to find a way to stream it. And all right, so we're gonna see how I do with this. Oh, like that is how I do. Okay. So good news is, oh, there's a prize for 15? Okay. But yeah, I hardly ever use my Joy-Cons at all. And there came a time that me and Digrat were like, let's just sit on the couch, curl up, and play Animal Crossing. And my guy just started walking all on his own. And I was like, oh my god. Well, we did one more. So there's definitely a rhythm situation to this. And it's important to go rhythmically. Yeah, that's the thing. And I really wish I didn't have to disassemble them for it. But 30 rupees, okay. Wow. So the I will say this: the motion controls for this game make it a little bit easier, but not much. Because even though I'm swinging back and forth, it doesn't really do it. Easy fix on YouTube. I've seen some easy fixes listed on YouTube. Everything from like WD-40 to other things. And that's the thing with Joy-Con drift, is it's really hard to tell exactly what's causing your drift problem. There are like 2 or 3 causes from what I was seeing. There's even a piece inside the Joy-Con that can break. And, you know, things that don't require you to dismantle the Joy-Con to fix them do work, depending upon what the cause is. But if there's a component inside the Joy-Con that's broken, it's definitely not going to fix it. There we go. There's 28. We'll see what we get for 28, and we're going to redock the Joy-Cons at this point. Here's your prize. A blue bird feather. Well, see, the problem with that, though, Incendio, is Nintendo's got themselves in a really bad spot. I think it's the EU that's currently taking them to task. If Nintendo comes out with a new driftless Joy-Con, the only way they can do that is they would have to fully, officially come out and say, this is a problem and we're here to fix it. And they can't. I mean, that while they would make a killing selling the new Joy-Cons, the number of no trial at fault civil suits they would basically just auto settle, I think would be worse. I think they would, even Nintendo would have a problem recovering from that, honestly. Had they actually responded to the issue within like the first, let's be generous, right? 180 days. The first 180 days that they started seeing reports for people saying, hey, we have problems with the Joy-Cons and they're not doing good. Nintendo could have been like, oh, okay, let's look into that and see what's going on. Even if they already knew what the problem was and they had found it during the initial product testing, even if that was the case, right? They still would have had enough legal wiggle room to spend, say, maybe an additional, after the first 180-day window, maybe 90 days past that, for quote-unquote R&D, and then come up with their 5-cent fix and say, okay, yes, there is an issue with the Joy-Cons. Yes, they are defective, and we're going to fix them by replacing them even. Good morning, Hobbs. Yeah, absolutely. The new resolution, it has to be the fix is to simply just upgrade them. And that's why a lot of people are really disappointed with the new Nintendo model that's coming out. The new high, the one that doesn't do a whole lot of anything except for make it look better. Because those still have Joy-Con drift problems. And it wouldn't have taken them much to fix that. And say, for any number of reasons, they could have added even just a additional component inside the chassis to say that it required them to redo the Joy-Cons inside. And they could have gotten away with it at that time. It would have cost them a little bit more than what they wanted to spend, though, probably. And there would have been some risk. There would have been some risk. We haven't talked to the pumpkin guy since we did the soup run last. So let's go see how close we are to paying off that chandelier we broke for the heart piece. Oh, he's got word balloons on him. Alright. Sure. We'll help pick pumpkin. Yeah, early access on the patents and stuff that have been filed for them, and a few other things. There's been no indication that they've done anything to the Joy-Cons. Now, I was reading two different things at once, so I need to redo that. All right, okay, all right. Only work on during the day. Okay, there we go. And so some people are speculating that the reason why we're not seeing anything is due to NDAs, number one. And number two, any kind of actual official documentation indicating that they've done anything, and that is absolutely anything, to fix the Joy-Cons would be an admission of them being broke. So I'm sure, let's do it. So it's a balanced minigame kind of thing. So I need to walk the direction that the pumpkins appear to be going. Oh no! Yeah, that is one thing to think about, though, right? But we're in the streaming age, right? We're in the internet age. We're in the tear down, iFixit, So we really can't be expecting news not to get out. That something has been changed on the Joy-Cons. Someone's going to go and do an unboxing on it. I mean, it's practically guaranteed, right? That wasn't too bad. I bet that's some sort of like tip to teach us how to do things later in the game. So as soon as they discover that they've done something to it, they're going to start looking for it. Oh, this is not untrue. This is not untrue. This guy is a little bit on the torturous side. Interesting. We're going to open a cupboard without permission at one point, and it's going to matter more than what we care to say it does. I'm fully expecting that. But yeah, I do think by the time they do, millions will have been released, potentially. But early access people might find it too. I know there's like one YouTube channel, I can't think of the name right now, but they do flipping, basically. They buy like lots of broken stuff. And by lots, I mean a lot of things, i.e. a bundle of things for easier purchasing. Like they bought 20 Nintendo Switches that were listed as broken, and they managed to like repair 17 of them and almost doubled their money. Those kind of things. So those kind of channels exist, and if those channels get like early access to these devices, or their hands on a early model, because those communities, you know, our community's pretty well knit, and so if one person gets access to it, it's going to be passed around possibly for other people to see it. I still want to be able to like move while falling, and they won't let me. I want my parachute to be a paraglider, and it so isn't. My wind cell, it just doesn't feel like it's enough. Alright. We arguably don't need to go... Well, we do need to check Beetle out, though, don't we? But we'll have to see. I mean, Nintendo does need to do something about it, and they do need to fix something about it. Even if it is something, not so much as calling it Driftless Joy-Con or anything, but maybe calling them like Pro-Cons, right? And claiming that they have a better, or making a slightly better gyro in the Joy-Cons, and then fixing drift at the same time. Okay, so we don't need that. And these things we are sure we don't really need yet. Oh, please wait a moment. Oh! Oh! Oh, what? Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's rude, Beetle. But I get it. I get it. I appreciate your business, sir. Yeah, yeah. If they release like a Pro-Con or something and didn't put that as a selling point, they would still do well. I feel like they would do much, much better than they thought they would at that point. Alright, 10 bombs. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, no thank you. We're not wanting to buy the bombs. We're wanting to buy the bomb bag. Now, what? Now hold the phone. Do those not combine? What kind of noise is that? Yeah, that's... Oh, that makes me like... Like, the wallet doesn't do that. Nintendo's gotten super trolly with this, I think. Like... Oh, nice. Yeah, you had mentioned that you were doing IT. So, is it something that you're just you enjoy, or is it an aptitude that you have that you're just leveraging? I'm always curious what drives people into their fields. For me, I like what being a network analyst offers from a financial perspective, and I also enjoy the challenges that being an analyst actually presents. There's a lot of puzzle solving doing analytical work, and it definitely fits my mindset. And right now I'm kind of working toward my Nokia certification. It'll be interesting to see where I go with that. Probably not sure I want to go all the way into it, but there's definitely enough there that I think it might be worthwhile moving forward, at least with my company. Alright, now we're here to buy your bomb bag. Alright. Oh, neat. I didn't realize their little faces were on the map. That's cool. Yes. several bomb bags. Alright, fee. Advice. Interesting. Did not know that. What's Playtime do? Just show our current playtime? Ah, that's neat. Oh, there you go, man. Yeah. You know, that's a good question, Sally. I don't think he can. And since the fortune teller says multiple bomb bags, I'm wondering if there's going to be multiple types of bombs. Upgrade gear. Oh, good call, Sally. So I need ornamental skulls. So I need to go farm some bokoblins then. So now we're getting evil crystals though, so that's good. Alright. I'm betting the tumbleweeds come from the desert. Alright, so it looks like we need to go... So I feel like we do need to upgrade the bag. I also feel like we need to buy another bag. So I feel like going over here is going to be our best bet. It's too early for Halloween. Oh, no, it is never too early for Halloween. Speaking of events, though, that are similar to Halloween, where people can dress up in costume, Dragon Con is coming to Atlanta. Digrat and I will not be attending due to concerns for health. I think there is enough in the deep woods to do some... Yes. But if you are attending Dragon Con, guys, be sure that you are mindful of everything that's going on. I know Georgia... Whoa! I don't think I've actually sliced one of their mouths in half before. That was crazy. Alright, so there's a bokoblin. Hocus Pocus. Yes, Hocus Pocus is an amazing, amazing movie. It's one Digrat had never seen prior to us getting married. And there was a really cool rendition by a performer, Peter Hollins. Does really good a cappella work. That had one of the songs from Hocus Pocus in it. Alright. I thought there was a way to shake the... I guess not. Alright. But yeah, so she I was like, oh, that's the song from Hocus Pocus, and she was like, wait, what? And so we watched it, and we watch it every year now. It's just good lighthearted fun, you know. Spider Link, farming skulls at Spider Link. Oh, please don't knock me off the edge. This is not bueno. That was a really bad spot to fight those guys. Wow. Alright, so if I can do this just right. Really? No bees want to come after me after that? Okay, I'm kind of a... hey, Shadow! A sequel. So I like the idea of expanding upon the world of Hocus Pocus, but I don't know what you do with the Sanderson sisters being defeated. Oh yeah. It is one of those great movies. It just, and the premise of it, you know, there's just a lot of campiness to it. There's a lot of just high production value to it that is over the top, right? Which even adds to it, in my opinion. I'm here to collect ornamental skulls, guys. You are less than forthcoming with these at this point. I am very disappointed in my life choices right now. But yeah, it's just a fun movie. I enjoy it. I think it also kind of teaches a lot of important things. Come on, bugs. Where you at? So I'm not being attacked by the bees, and I feel like I should be able to catch one. I think Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I think that's ruined me with bees, and also way back in ye olden days, Link's Awakening. I don't think we actually did that in Link's Awakening, did we? When we did our playthrough. We never caught a bee and released it. We need to fire that one back up and play it a bit more, because it was fun. So we do have the Rupee target. I was hoping to get some skulls in here. We've not. Zelda Game & Watch release. You know, I like what they're doing with it. If I didn't already own like 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I have 3 copies of the original game. I have 2 copies of the sequel. If I already didn't own that already, I would possibly pick it up. I do like the idea of the bonus game on the clock. So here's some amber. You know, I think amber is the quicksand of Zelda. Like, when you're a kid growing up, there are things that you're really concerned with. And quicksand has been documented by several people as becoming an adult. I was surprised at how, you know, things that I thought were going to be a problem weren't. And quicksand always, you know, appears in there somewhere. And why is that all sparkly? We never figured that out, did we? You know, the Super Mario one, you know, I see the point of them. Like, I don't know what the purpose of this is. I guess I'll figure it out later. Yeah, something that you can pick up idly and play on it, sure. And I was a Game & Watch kid growing up. I mean, I had several of the watches. I had the Zelda watch. I had the Super Mario Bros. 2 watch. I had the Donkey Kong watch. The watches, you know, were functional, and you were able to actually play video games on them in the middle of school. That did not last long. Oh, depleting my stamina, huh? Alright. That's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. So I get that, but I don't know. I think it's because I have a Switch that just kind of lays on the ground, quote unquote, right? It's always in the dock, it's always there for streaming. So if I want to play something like that, I have access to it right there. I could see maybe if they released an app on like on iOS and Android Play, that would be a totally different story in my head. So it's like a hookshot obstacle course, so that's not going to be anything we can do here either. Oh, goodness gracious me. It is 9 o'clock. We're gonna see. Alright, here we go. We're going to drop here. We're going to save our game. We were expecting to do some heavy-duty farming, and we did some farming. We actually got some lucky drops. Ooh, here we are. Ending our exploration with an explosion always seems good to me. And a treasure chest. Hey. Maybe it's full of rupees. A goddess plume. Okay. Huh. More crafting stuff. Alright, we're gonna finish these bokoblins here, and hopefully, maybe get one of them to drop what they need to drop. But afterwards, we're gonna save and we're gonna call it here, guys. I have some adulting to do. This looks so useful. Yeah, it could be useful. I still don't know what all the crafting stuff's for. But Goddess Plume makes me think of like top tier stuff. I mean, they put the word goddess in it. I would think that something that the goddess possibly left here, or is rumored to be part goddess, or whatever they said on it. I would like to think that that's not something that gets you like a tier 2 upgrade. But getting it this early in the game is like really weird. At least the inventory space, while cumbersome with the, with this thing and this thing, at least they have their own spots, right? And the crafting materials have their own spot too. So it's, I guess one way to say it's very Pokemon-esque with how they're managing the inventory. You have different pouches, different pockets. Here's our bird statue. But yeah, Turtle Club, unfortunately, it is 9 a.m. I do have some things I got to do today. Some house-related stuff. The house we put our bid in went back on the market, so we're going to see what we can do with that. Ends up being super OP. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Yeah, that's just the way the nature of the beast is. But Turtle Club, thank you for coming in. I'm going to have myself a good day. Because I am currently awake in the morning right now while we're doing some responsibility this week. I want to thank you all for coming in. Incendio and Sally coming in with the Lurk Squad. Shadow coming in to lurk as well. Hobbs, thank you for popping in, saying good morning and lurking. Really appreciate it, everyone. Have yourself a good breakfast, good lunch, good dinner. Whatever you're about to do to our club today, stay safe, wash your hands, and have a good one. Take care, and thanks for watching, guys.